who is the mastermind? Nayeri's the mastermind. Look at these two other ones. They look stupid. They could never come up with such a thing. It's Nayeri who's the mastermind. That's a huge fucking lie. I did investigate, keep tabs on Michael for several months at the request and payment of my friend, my ex-business partner. But kidnapping or planning of, I had zero clue about that. Period.
I'm sitting down at my desk and I remember getting a text from one of my buddies with the FBI, and he goes, hey, I got some bad news. Hossein has flown to Iran and he's in Iran. If you told me he went to Canada or Mexico, it's almost like game on, cool, it's fun. It's another place I gotta go get him. But Iran? Like, I don't even know if that's ever been done before. Somebody getting somebody from Iran. There's no way in hell I'm gonna get him in Iran. I immediately feel defeated. Then I just went all in and trying to figure out, like, okay, maybe we can get Courtney on the witness bus, or maybe Courtney can be my partner and we can figure this out. You can't really sleep on investigations because they will go cold really fast, and it's hard to heat up a cold case. That day, we did not gather any evidence that links her directly to the kidnapping. Courtney Shigerian, on paper, is a student. She's going to law school, and she's got a ton of money. And her record's clean. Her record's super clean. Her dad is this multi-millionaire, maybe billionaire up north that's got this propriety recycling center, and he's funding her. And I just remember, like, it kind of dawned on me, like, hey, man, I should call her dad. And so I have this idea to call the dad, and I run it by Heather.
I knew, because her last name's Shigerian, that she's Armenian, and I'm actually part Armenian, and so I understand the Armenian culture. And I guarantee you, this, wealthy Armenian man has no idea that his, Armenian princess is bringing his hard-earned money to this guy who chopped a guy's penis off.
I had to Google it. I find a generic number to his company, and I kind of give the secretary that answers the phone a little too much information.
John Shigerian's office.
This is Ryan Peters, Newport Beach Police Department.
Okay.
Courtney Shigerian's in trouble. We're investigating her involving a violent crime, and I need to talk to her dad right now. And I give her the number to my desk, and I hang up the phone. And within minutes, I get a call from John Shigerian.
It's John Shigerian.
And he lays out real quickly that he's on this private plane, and if the phone cuts out, it's because he's flying, and it's not that he's hung up on me, but just giving me an FYI. And I'm like, all right. I wasn't sure if he was just giving me that information, or he was giving me that information kind of threatening me, like, hey bud, do you know who I am and who you're talking to? I actually went into the whole father thing. I'm a dad, you're a dad. Listen, I'm investigating a violent kidnapping, and it involves Hossein Nayeri and Kyle Hanley. And these are maniacal, evil, violent guys. Do you know who they are?
When Ryan Peters mentioned Hossein Nayeri, the dad's response was, she still talks to that guy? And Ryan had to break it to him that she's actually married to him.
He didn't even know who his daughter was. I almost felt bad for him. And I give him this information and say, basically, she's tied into it, and she can be culpable, but we need her to talk. We need her to be cooperative. And she is uncooperative, does not want to talk to me. But I also believe, as a father, you're gonna want to involve yourself and support her.
Mr. Shigerian, I need your help to solve this crime.
I understand.
Have you been?
How have you been?
I don't know.
Have you been taking your pills and stuff?
Yeah, I'm taking my medication.
Good. Good. Is there anything that you feel like you need? No? Okay. I want you to be happy, babe. I don't want you to be upset, and I don't want you to be depressed.
No, I'm happy to be speaking with you right now more than anything.
I love you.
Within that day, within hours, we're getting a call from Lou Rosenblum, who is going to represent her, and he's setting up a proffer for the following week, which is a huge win. A proffer is basically a contract between her and the DA saying like she has to be completely truthful and give us everything. And there are certain aspects to that information that she gives us that we're not going to use against her.
Take us through kind of an overview. What happens next?
So my dad finds out on April 12th. Following Tuesday, I started therapy, and I pretty much was in therapy every day. And then I got a lawyer, Lou Rosenblum, started reconnecting with my family again. So long being in a particular mental state, it was like a fog that took time to lift, and I sat down with police on, I think it was May 7th.
And that was for the proffer.
Yes.
Did he ask you to do anything in relation to Michael?
Yes.
You tell me one time that you drove Hossein to pick up a camera and replace the SIM card, you're culpable for this whole crime. And I wanted her to be aware of that. And she dives into the story. Hossein Nayeri and I are married. My family doesn't know that we're married. We've lived together forever. We live off our trust. And she jumps into their relationship.
And how old were you when you met Nayeri?
16.
Okay. Where did you meet him?
At the Mimi's Cafe in Fresno. I was with my cousin who left my phone number for him because she thought he was cute.
When I find out they have a history of domestic violence, that's on record. There's a domestic violence charge against him. He's violent, he's bipolar. All of his needs were met by her. Financial needs, his medical needs, all met by her. She talks about who Kyle Hanley is to them and how Kyle Hanley moved in with them at some point. Kyle Hanley and Hossein are really good friends. They went to high school together. They came up with this plan together. And she's laying out this story of it's the Hossein and Kyle show. And then I see it. This little girl, this lost little girl. And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna draw everything out from her. I'm gonna be able to get her to open up. I'm gonna get her to trust me. I'm gonna get her to really convey exactly her participation and what she knows. And she admitted, she's like, yeah, I drove him all the time. I drove him down to replace the SIM cards. She bought phones, bought laptops for him. She knew that they were investigating or surveilling Michael. She was cleaning up the house one day and Hossein's watching the tracker and he says to her hey, he's driving around this desert area. And if you look at it, it's an abandoned gold mine. He says, I wonder if he's burying his money out there. And Courtney nonchalantly goes,
Yeah, probably.
I truly don't get it to this day, knowing everything I know. I have no idea why he just drove to that spot, pulled him out, cut off his penis, poured some bleach on him and left. You didn't get out there and even try to look. Did it dawn on Hossein halfway out there? Maybe Michael's telling the truth?
Well, guess what? I went out there. I took videos for Kyle. Endless holes, endless little roads, endless piles of identical rocks. 1,000 people could be hiding shit in there, and not one of them could find the other one's shit. Michael owed Kyle Hanley $224,000. Straight up. The entire problem came down to one transaction, 100 pounds. Michael would not answer phone calls, give him the runaround, the usual Bazarji thing. As a friend, he reached out to me and he was like, man, he was just hashing it out. Like, man, this guy's he's sitting on all of my money, he's not paying. Keep an eye out for him. This guy takes off, I'm screwed.
There are stages of post-traumatic stress, and I was in shock for a long time after. I tend to forget certain facts, and they just kind of drop into a hole, and they're just not there anymore. At the same time, I don't regret for 1 minute that I was there, because in a strange way, I feel like I was called on to be a hero. And because of me, someone is alive who might not have been. When I was in the hospital, Michael's mom came up to me. She came down the hall. She just gave me this big, huge, wonderful hug. While she was hugging me so hard, she said, "Thank you for saving my son."
After recovering at my parents' house and starting to get back out there, one of the first things I did, I wanted to get back into the shop. I had a lot of support there. Everybody was really cool, which made me feel better. Kyle got busted. He got put in jail. The cops aren't really giving me any information. Really, all they're trying to do is extract more information for their investigation. So I don't really know anything, because I don't know who did this to me or why they did this. I was paranoid the entire time. These people could still be out there, and maybe they're just waiting for me to leave my house to kidnap me again, kill me, I don't know. Do I know this person? Is this person still around me? Are they gonna try and do it again?
Where's the money?
At one point, I was like, was this my partner that did this to me for some reason? I literally was clueless on who would have wanted this to happen to me.
Me and Courtney had even decided how many kids we're gonna have. Yes, 2. 1 boy, 1 girl, that's it. Courtney is definitely an ambitious person. I like having somebody who goes toe-to-toe with me. If I have a plan, she doesn't stifle it, she encourages it. Perfect slave master. Like, she'll make sure you get to work on time.
We do another proffer with Courtney. She's breaking down the timeline, and she's giving us information we didn't have, but we're still not really getting anywhere.
Is that all?
Yes.
And then all of a sudden,
I visited him once in Turkey and twice in Dubai.
Wait, you're still seeing him?
she's still seeing him. She still has access to him.
Is that where you say, what the fuck?
What the fuck?
She went to Turkey and visited him in Turkey because he's still using her. He still needs money. He still needs his meds. He still wants her. They're still in love. He has manipulated her so much and destroyed her as a person that she's not truly who she was, 5 years ago, 10 years ago. I honestly, at some point, felt bad for her, and still do. Like, she was a victim, in a sense, and she got used and manipulated and abused.
You know, it's one of those things. That kind of a person, when she's on your side, is great. When she goes against you, you're fucked. It's the kind of sword that cuts for you and it cuts you up too. You know, which depending on which way it's pointed.
Rolling. Take two.
I always laugh when we talk about Courtney Shigarian because she is seen as this perfect victim. I don't think that's necessarily true.
Because of some of the participation that she involved herself in, aspects of this kidnapping crime, her knowledge, her failure to report certain things, I think she believed she was in jeopardy.
She was going to do whatever she had to do to get herself out of trouble. You know, she had a whole lot to lose.
Lou, her attorney, calls Matt and goes, hey, would you be willing to allow Courtney to reintroduce herself to Hossein? She was able to meet him in Turkey. He's obviously willing to leave Iran. It's been a long time since the crime. How can we create a scenario where we ruse him out of Iran and arrest him?
What Newport Beach police asked me to do was to get basically Hossein out of Iran, to lure him to a country where he could be extradited. I was asked to record all of my conversations with Hossein.
Hi. At home? I've just been busy. I've been stressed. I've been, you know. But I was planning on calling you when I was done with the test. Did your sister tell you? Well, I've been talking to her and checking in with her.
She started talking to his sister again and just like slowly but surely gained his trust. For months, she integrated herself back into his family, and she finally convinces him that she misses him, he misses her, and so she was able to convince him to go to Spain.
She was going to bring him a new iPhone and kind of, you know, hey babe, this will be so fun. We'll go to Spain and party like rock stars.
Does that sound good?
Holy fuck.
So Courtney, at the direction of the Newport Beach Police Department and the DA's office, and keep in mind, Courtney's trying to save her own ass at this point, goes down to some shady place in Santa Ana and gets a fake visa for Nairi.
Now comes the ruse, and we set all the pieces up. All I needed him to do was get on a plane.
But Hossein was very meticulous. He's escaped from a motor cop in Newport Beach and jumped into the water. He fled previously when he had been arrested for, you know, killing his buddy in the DUI. He's an escape artist.
I was in Tehran International Airport. The very last words I've had with my ex-wife, Courtney. I was running a little late, and she pretended to be extremely excited. I love you, baby. I can't wait till I see your face and kiss your face all over. I love my husband. I love my husband so much. I said, yeah, baby, I'll be right there.
We 100% need to apprehend him at the airport. Like, we can't miss him. We can't fail. We needed the marshals, the FBI, we needed the Czech Republic police. Like, it was multiple layers.
We land, and I was in the front seat, so I was the very first person to get off the plane. On cue, 2 cameras went off. I said that I just need to make a phone call to my wife. She's probably worried sick. A man answered the phone. He said, Courtney is not here and don't ever call here again. It took like a split second for this to register. What? A man answered the phone. Courtney's not here. Don't ever call here again. Did you call the right number? It is. It felt like this humongous wrecking ball just went through my entire soul, body, and entire being. And at the same time, the person that I trusted with everything, all these little red flags, the red light bulbs went off.
Just been busy, I've been stressed. Did your sister tell you? Well, I've been talking to her and checking in with her. I love you.
Oh my God. And I don't remember what happened after that. It was just blank. Just trying to digest. How do you digest? I think I was numb for days. They grabbed it. The magnitude of betrayal.
Once they got Nayeri, it made me feel so much better. It was just a huge relief. Detective Peters was able to tell me a lot about the case and everything that happened at that point. And I was able to feel comfortable, okay, they know what happened. They know all the players. I don't have to wonder if the guy standing next to me is the guy that kidnapped me anymore. And it sounds like, from what Detective Peters is saying, they're going to go to jail for the rest of their lives, and I'm never going to have to see these people again.
After he's booked in Newport and he's transported to Orange County Jail, it's done. That was the last piece. And all I'm doing is crossing T's and dotting I's on this case to present to a jury.
And then we were just kind of gearing up for trial.
Nayeri is expected to be back in court next week. He is being held without bail. In Santa Ana, Eileen Frere, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
Don't worry, I always got an ace up my sleeve. As long as I'm breathing. Trust me. All or nothing, that's my style.
And it felt great. Until it didn't.
I went from 11 months of being literally in a box by myself to now this behemoth of a building, completely different from anything I'd ever seen, imagined. It was overwhelming. So it felt like I stepped into a zoo. There was no specific time I can recall that I decided I want to escape. This is more like a general sense and feeling within me from second one that I was apprehended in Prague. This aversion, the idea of being imprisoned, it just, I couldn't stand it. There is no real plan B. This is not the movies. You're at the mercy of what happened. my passport, paid for, airline ticket purchased, carry-on in hand, LAX, adios. It's time to go for various reasons.
And where was the ticket going to take you?
Istanbul, Turkey.
I'm at home, laying in bed, and I get this late night phone call from my best friend Josh Compt, who's a sergeant in Newport Beach Police Department.
It's 3 weeks before trial, and it was like midnight.
And he goes, hey, Orange County Sheriffs are looking for you. And I'm like, why are they looking for me? Dreadful long pause. Like, what happened? And he goes, Hossein broke out of jail.
I was in shock.
How could you do this? The amount of man hours and the amount of work and the amount of emotion that was put into like getting him. I just spent a year hunting him down and getting him from Iran. And you're gonna let him get out?
And they were gone at least 16 hours before anybody noticed they were even gone.
When I pulled up to Orange County Jail, they had this massive operation going. I'm talking to a local investigator, and he says, we do know somebody that knows a little bit about how they escaped. And he's like, are you willing to interview her? And I was like, well, who's her? And they're like, it's an ESL instructor. It's a teacher within the jail system that helps give English lessons to inmates, which was a little weird because he speaks English. And the entire time I'm just frustrated because you're not gonna give me real-time information. This is something, like, you weren't here when he escaped, so I'm just frustrated. You know, I'm still kind of bitter.
We located in his jail cell a list, basically of all of the frailties, the human frailties of the English as a second language teacher.
I would love to see those notes.
And he had a master plan on how to exploit those vulnerabilities. This is something that is truly premeditated, sophisticated, and calculated. There was maps to the jail and the surrounding areas.
She provided one single rooftop map.
I remember her saying, yeah, I was helping him prepare for court, and I printed out information on the DAs and the investigator. And that's what, then I woke up. It went from wait, is he on the run or is he hunting down everybody?
My first instinct was oh my God, he's gonna go try and kill Courtney. So I called LAPD and actually asked them if they would send a unit to Courtney's house. I mean, I was literally like, what the f***? Are you kidding me right now?
The Orange County Sheriff's Department repeatedly asked the public for help Monday.
3 dangerous inmates escaped from the Orange County Men's Jail.
The men cut through half-inch steel bars, they crawled through the prison's plumbing system, and they rappelled themselves down from the roof.
Then anchored their ropes to the wall right there and rappelled down the building.
Apparently, it's pretty easy to escape from the Orange County Jail.
All 3 escapees are awaiting trial for violent crimes.
You can have all the dreams in the world, but without the right people and the right tools, you will not accomplish it.
They rappelled down on a makeshift rope made out of, could be towels, could be clothes.
37-year-old Hussein Nairi is accused of kidnapping and torture.
He also poured bleach all over him, and in the end, he cut his penis off.
As soon as we hit the ground, we were supposed to be out of there. My guy never showed up. So I have no choice but to go along. LAX did not happen.
What was your first thought when you learned that he escaped? I thought, oh my God, they let Hannibal Lecter out. And then I said, please don't quote me on that.
Orange County prosecutor Heather Brown
quoted as saying, they let Hannibal Lecter out.
Apparently in the media, you're supposed to say, don't quote me on that before you say something. I'm not saying that he was eating body parts or anything. Reporter, zero integrity. And he's dead to me, for the record, and you can put that in your documentary.
Police believe these 3 men are still in Southern California.
You can be assured investigators are continuing to work tirelessly around the clock.
We weren't laying low. The very next day we went to lunch, all 4 of us. There's a TV on the wall behind me. Big old TV, 3 faces, one of them belongs to me. Eat your food, man.
Jonathan Tu, Bak Duong, and Hussein Nayeri are still on the run.
It's been about 24 hours now. It is time to be out of Orange County.
A $50,000 reward is now being offered for the capture of the 3 inmates who...
Mastermind of an elaborate Orange County jail escape.
Hussein Nayeri using a contraband cell phone. He documents how he did it.
This video is bizarre. They document every move of their escape.
I don't think that this ever been real live video of an actual escape while it was being done.
It is unbelievable.
What would you advise him?
Well, I think I would have to advise him to come in.
It was a complete surprise, and it's amazing.
But you think this is stupid?
You know,
The reward for information leading to their capture has been upped from $50,000 to $200,000.
Bak Duong was going to be the first man in history of this country to collect reward money on himself.
43-year-old Bak Duong now back in custody.
Yeah, he lacked what we call in America as perhaps balls.
Leaving 20-year-old Jonathan with 37-year-old Hussein Nayeri.
Media is telling everybody they may have moved, flat out saying we're in Northern California.
I was getting tips from some of the Orange County sheriffs, and they were letting us know that he's working his way north. They were on his tail. They were getting closer and closer, so it felt good.
A taxi cab driver was claiming that he was kidnapped at gunpoint and forced to drive them up to Northern California. But we had shots of them drinking together, arm in arm on the beach in Pismo Beach, laughing, smiling.
This is our casa right now for the moment. Friday night in San Francisco. Special Friday night in San Francisco.
I could have left that night. I'm gone. Instead, I sit tight with the kid. Inside of that van, spend the last night.
We smoking weed in bananas. It's kind of bananas.
Hoping the next morning I'm gonna wake up, I'm gonna make a breakthrough, we're gonna find a spot, and we're going. I woke up, walked across the street to a McDonald's, get a coffee, start the day. Early, 6, 7 in the morning, walked through McDonald's, ordered just a simple big coffee for both of us, and don't notice anything unusual.
I was going to this McDonald's to warm up in the morning. You know, I was pretty loaded that day on some good medical marijuana. And out pops Mr. Neri. Whoa! It was like mind-boggling that now this guy's standing in front of me. Once I figured out who's in front of me, what am I supposed to do, just go smoke a joint? Oh, there they are, man. No, don't mess with them, man. They'll cut your dick off. You know, cut that out. Oh, whoops, no pun. San Francisco PD police car rolled by.
I noticed there's cop activity. I don't think of it much. It has nothing to do with me.
I look at the officers and I point my cane. I use my cane in my hand. I go, you know, body language. I say, that's the guy.
And I see somebody pointing at me.
That's the guy.
And the cop's attention all of a sudden is on me.
And he bolts across the street, drops his coffee, and runs right past me.
I start running.
Go back over the hill, back toward Waller.
You know those rodeos? You try and dodge the bull?
Still running eastbound, 20 seconds.
I dodged one. I dodged the other one.
Go forward, we got him down.
Breaking news, the 2 remaining fugitives from a California jail break last week are now back behind bars in San Francisco.
I can say this morning that the entire state can breathe a sigh of relief because we have the other 2 dangerous individuals back in custody where they should be.
Kyle's already been convicted. This case has been very successful at this point. But at the end of the day, you never know. It is Hossein. It just wouldn't have been like the first time that he fled justice.
We're gonna make sure the wheels of justice finally recognize my innocence. How's that sound?
I personally want Hossein Nayeri to go to jail forever.
There's nothing that I could say right now that could prepare you adequately for the things that you're going to see and hear about.
Throughout the trial, you never knew really how it was going to go.
You agree with me that the marijuana business is filled with violent criminals?
Not at all. This is a very laid-back business overall.
Okay. Was it laid back when Michael got his penis cut off?
From day one, it was his decision that he was going to testify in his trial. And there was never a doubt in his mind that that's what he was going to do. And that, of course, is always a criminal defendant's right. And we had a very competent, savvy prosecutor on the other side of this case.
That's correct.
Okay. The van was down across the street from...
Matt Murphy was living for the day to get Nayeri on the stand, to go head-to-head with him. Nayeri was living for that day as well. I really believe that at that point in time, I think the case was either his to make or break.
See the look in her eye? You see it on the photo?
You're serious?
I would caution him all the time. You don't want to get into that battle. He can control the narrative and you can't. But as it was, it became a contest of heavyweights throwing blows against each other.
How long were you married to her for?
Just put two and two together, shall we?
I'm asking the questions, you're answering the questions.
You don't even deserve an answer with that.
Seems like a pretty big deal. You're asking not to go to state prison, right?
And within 5 minutes of his testimony, it was over. He had exploded on the witness stand.
Falsely, yes, it was annulled.
Okay, my question
Based on
to you...
false information, yes, it was annulled.
My question
Based on a
to
bunch
you,
of bull.
Sir?
And the prosecutor did exactly what the prosecutor wanted to do with him, which was show the jury that he was an explosive, dangerous person.
You're out in the desert, and you cut off his penis. Why couldn't you just leave it there in the hopes that it can be reattached?
You're done.
You want to give us an answer for that?
I'm going to give you an answer for that. Personally.
What does that mean, Mr. Nayeri?
I felt sad. I felt sad for him. He really was up there fighting for his life. And just one question, he just lost it all.
That's the way this works.
But you seem to cut me off when I'm about
Sir?
to...
So, excuse me, sir. Do we need to have that discussion again, sir?
Your Honor, he's shoving down
Sir?
information down my throat.
Ladies and gentlemen, I need you to please leave the courtroom.
Courtney was a key witness in both trials. She testified in Kyle Hanley's case, and she also testified against Hossein Nayeri. And I would say the best way to describe it, when she testified, it was nerve-wracking. I think anyone in that courtroom could feel the tension, because she knew, like, this is that moment.
He, right up until the last minute, had high hopes that Courtney was going to come around and assist him in some way, and it didn't happen for him.
On the scale of a 10 being greatest, most healthy relationship ever, and totally dysfunctional as like a 1, where would you rate your relationship with Mr. Nayeri?
A negative 100, okay. I would say.
2 days I watched her up there as if the 10 years that we genuinely were happy together meant absolutely fucking nothing. Lied right through her teeth. I didn't deserve to be betrayed this way. I wasn't. Good.
I think they would still be together if it were not for this case. Look at how much she did for him. What she did behind her family's back, with him. She stuck by him. And she could have had anybody else. She was beautiful and smart. I'm sure she still is. But she chose Nairi.
I'm sure that there's maniacal people who possibly feel love for people, but love is not having your wife cover for horrible crimes. Love is not putting your wife or your girlfriend or the person you love in harm's way. To me, that's not love. That's manipulation.
At one point, when she was testifying, I looked at Nairi and I said, "You're still in love with her, aren't you?" And he just put his head down. You could tell that he was still in love with her.
And I think that part in the trial, when my partner Martina asked him, "Do you still love her now?" He broke down and he was crying, and I have no doubt that was real.
Boo hoo hoo. Sorry, I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it.
I'm a news junkie from childhood, and I take it to the limit, you know.
Breaking news now, a verdict has been reached in the trial of Hossein Nairi.
Hossein Nairi, the Newport Beach man convicted of kidnapping and torturing a marijuana dispensary owner, has now been sentenced to life in prison without parole.
You better leave it like a little section at the end of your project that says to be continued. Mark my fucking words. I said it.